There are a lot of factors to consider when buying a desktop computer. Sometimes, the terminology can feel a bit dense and confusing. To make the right computer purchase, read this helpful guide to help narrow down your plentiful options. The answer to this question is the most important one because it dictates the rest of your decision. For example, if you want to use your desktop for work, think about the type of software programs you'll need to install. Will you only require simple word processing capabilities or more complex data analysis programs? Another thing to consider is whether you will be running regressions on large amounts of data within spreadsheets. After work is done for the day, will you also be using the same computer to enjoy your gaming habit? If so, you will have to decide whether your device includes upgrades that make complex PC games run more smoothly. Technology has come a long way in recent years, especially when it comes to computers. We use them for work, entertainment, and staying connected with the world. The average person now has access to more computing power than ever before, which means that there are more options available when choosing a new PC. So when it's time to buy a new PC, it's important to consider all your options carefully. Here are the most important factors to keep in mind. Of course, your budget is one of the most important factors to consider when choosing a PC. There is a wide range of prices for different computers, so it's important to set a budget and find the best machine within that budget. You'll also want to remember that you don't necessarily have to buy the most expensive machine to get a good one. Consider finding refurbished desktops which can often offer excellent value for your money. There are plenty of great PCs that are very affordable. It's all about finding the right balance of features and price. Computer is a big investment, and hopefully one that will last you for the next few years. When spending any amount of money, you always want to make sure you're making the right choice, especially if it's more than you would normally spend. A computer is absolutely essential to any lifestyle. Working from home is becoming more standard in our world, and having a computer that can handle your workload is vital. A computer to play your favorite games after a shift or during the weekend can be the exact distraction you need. If you're a designer or going to school, you'll need a computer for creating, studying, and all the applications in between. In this article we're going to go over different types of computers, and how to choose a computer that will benefit you. A laptop is all about versatility and portability. Having the option to take your work, games, and school with you makes a laptop incredibly efficient. Laptops come with everything already built in: a monitor, mouse, and keyboard. So you don't need to spend extra money on peripherals that you would need for a desktop. If you're someone who tends to travel a lot, then a laptop is going to be your perfect companion. Laptops are slim by design, and are incredibly compact to slide right into a backpack or carry-on. Typically, laptops have a built-in camera and microphone to make those work-from-home meetings seamless. There are a wide range of laptops, whether you're a creative, gamer, casual user, or need something more on the heavy-duty side. Laptops tend to not have the best fan and heat circulation due to their size and compactness. If you're someone who wants a beast of a laptop, it might be best to check out a desktop as it gives you the option to modify components. That's where laptops tend to lose out against desktops. You're not able to swap out components in a laptop, so you are stuck with what you buy. Also, repairing a laptop is a lot more difficult than repairing a desktop computer. The more powerful laptop you get, the heavier it will be and the bigger power supply it will come with. A laptop is perfect for casual users, those who love to take their work with them, and having everything built in. A desktop is going to be a heavy piece of hardware. If you need to run heavy applications or if you are a big gamer, then you're going to want a desktop. You will have to purchase a monitor and other peripherals alongside your desktop. So the price will tend to be much higher than a laptop. However, you get the versatility to customize your desktop based on what you want. Desktops are much more malleable than a laptop. This allows the user to upgrade parts as time goes by. Instead of having to buy a brand new laptop or desktop, you can simply upgrade the CPU, GPU, and more. There is a saying that once you upgrade your desktop, you truly never stop, so be wary of that. If you have a designated office space in your home, then a desktop would be perfect for it. Desktops are typically built for heavy-duty users that need high-powered applications. Laptops have nearly caught up with desktops from a technological standpoint. You can now run the same applications on laptops that you can on desktops. If you're someone who loves to be in control of what goes inside your computer and don't need a travel-friendly device, then a desktop is for you. I myself have a gaming desktop at home where I play my games and do my heavy work. I also have a laptop I bring with me on trips. This allows me to get casual work done and draft out future projects away from home, knowing the bulk of my work will be completed at home on my desktop. Linux: if you don't need MS Office and don't mind a learning curve, you can install Linux on just about any piece of laptop hardware ever created. The catch is that popular apps like MS Office and Adobe's Creative Suite don't support Linux. However, there are free, open-source alternatives like LibreOffice, Darktable, Adobe Lightroom Replacement, and GIMP, Adobe Photoshop Replacement. See our best Linux laptops guide for some of our favorites. A Mac is geared toward creatives. Apple has an incredible suite that comes included with Apple software. These allow you to edit movies, photos, documents, and more. Apple is a step above the rest in terms of user design and accessibility. If you're not accustomed to the Apple interface, then it could be a little jarring to get used to. Apple does a great job of seamlessly connecting all their devices. If you own an iPhone or an iPad, then you're able to continue where you left off on any device, and save files between them. They call it the Apple ecosystem for a reason. Once you get into the Apple world, it's very hard to get out. Where Apple can do better is having a device that can play games. Apple is not known as a gaming device, and I would not recommend an Apple computer if you want to play games. Apple shines for students, creatives, and those who need a device for work. A Windows computer gives you more control, some would even say too much. You can get into every single file on a Windows computer, allowing you to customize and make everything your own. The downside is, you can accidentally delete an important file, crashing Windows completely. You'll need to purchase applications that come free for Apple. For example, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, a photo editor, and video editor. Where Windows shines is the affordability. Windows computers tend to not have that luxury price tag that Apple has. Plus, Windows computers are also built for gamers. If you're a gamer, it's easy to choose Windows without question. In this video, we will supply relevant information to help you buy a desktop on component-by-component basis. As desktops are highly customizable, so it is better to learn about the main parts and then visit the manufacturer or the retailer shop or site, instead of just looking at some specific model directly. Popular desktop brands are Dell, Lenovo, HP, and Apple. Always compare the desktops based on their specifications and base price. Monitor size: it is the diagonal size of the LCD screen. Larger the area, bigger the picture screen. A bigger picture is preferable for movie watching and gaming. It will increase the productivity as well. Resolution: this is the number of pixels on the screen. For example, 24-inch display is 1920 x 1200, width by length, and 22-inch display is 1680 x 1050. High resolution provides better picture quality and a nice gaming experience. Inputs: nowadays monitors can accept inputs from cable as well apart from the computer. They can also have USB ports. Stands: some monitors come with adjustable stands while some may not. Recommended 24-inch LCD. Operating system is the main software of the computer, as everything will run on it in one form or other. The operating system is a program with the following features. An operating system is a program that acts as an interface between the software and the computer hardware. It is an integrated set of specialized programs used to manage overall resources and operations of the computer. It is a specialized software that controls and monitors the execution of all other programs that reside in the computer, including application programs and other system software. The objectives of the operating system are to make the computer system convenient to use in an efficient manner, to hide the details of the hardware resources from the users, to provide users a convenient interface to use the computer system, to act as an intermediary between the hardware and its users, making it easier for the users to access and use other resources, to manage the resources of a computer system, to keep track of who is using which resource, granting resource requests, and mediating conflicting requests from different programs and users, to provide efficient and fair sharing of resources among users and programs. Some of the most prominent characteristic features of operating systems. Memory management keeps track of the primary memory, i.e. what part of it is in use by whom, what part is not in use, etc., and allocates the memory when a process or program requests it. Processor management allocates the processor, CPU, to a process and deallocates the processor when it is no longer required. Device management keeps track of all the devices. This is also called I/O controller that decides which process gets the device, when, and for how much time. File management allocates and deallocates the resources and decides who gets the resources. Security prevents unauthorized access to programs and data by means of passwords and other similar techniques. Job accounting keeps track of time and resources used by various jobs and/or users. Control over system performance records delays between the request for a service and from the system. Interaction with the operator's interaction may take place via the console of the computer in the form of instructions. The operating system acknowledges the same, does the corresponding action, and informs the operation by a display screen. Error detecting aids production of dumps, traces, error messages, and other debugging and error detecting methods. Coordination between other software and users. Coordination and assignment of compilers, interpreters, assemblers, and other software to the various users of the computer systems. There are primarily three choices: Windows, Linux, Apple OS X. Linux is free, however people generally do not use it for home purpose. Apple OS X works only on Apple desktops. Windows 7 is very popular among desktop users. Most of the computers come pre-equipped with Windows 7 Starter Edition. Windows 8 is recently introduced and is available in the market. Windows 7 and Windows 8 come in multiple versions from Starter, Home Basic, Home Premium, Professional, Ultimate, and Enterprise editions. As the edition version increases, their features list and price increases. Recommended Windows 7 Home Premium. Optical drive, CD/DVD/Blu-ray. Optical drive is the drive on a computer, which is responsible for using CD, DVD, and Blu-ray discs. Nowadays, DVD burners are industry standards. DVD burner can burn CD, DVD, and play them. DVD burner is cheaper than Blu-ray drives. Blu-ray drives can play HD movies but are costlier component. Recommended DVD burner. Memory. RAM is considered as computer memory as the performance of a computer is directly proportional to its memory and processor. Today's software and operating system require high memory. Today commonly used RAM is DDR3, which operates at 1066 MHz. As per Windows 7, 1 GB is the minimum RAM required to function properly. Recommended 4 GB. Hard drive. Hard disk is used for storage purpose. Higher the capacity, more data you can save in it. Nowadays computers are equipped with 500 GB hard drive, which can be extended to 2 TB. Most hard drives in desktop operate at the standard performance speed of 7200 RPM. Recommended 500 GB. CPU. Frequency, GHz, this determines the speed of the processor. More the speed, better the CPU. Cores. Nowadays CPUs come with more than one core, which is like having more than one CPU in the computer. Programs which can take advantage of multi-core environment will run faster on such machines. Brand Intel or AMD. Both are equivalent. Intel is in lead. Cache higher the L1, L2 cache, better the CPU performance. Recommended Intel Core i3-3225 3.30 GHz processor. There are a few more accessories that come into play with computers such as speakers, port adapters, headphones, and more. These are all determined based on your needs. A desktop won't have speakers included, but a laptop will. Port adapters are incredibly helpful if you have numerous peripherals you need to plug in and a limited number of ports. Understanding your needs is the first step when you choose a computer. Determine if you need a computer for speed and power versus a computer for leisure and casual use. A laptop will give you a versatile, travel-friendly option that a desktop can't replicate. A desktop will give you more power and the option for customization and upgrading. Tie in all the specs and which operating system you want. Above all, have fun when you choose a computer you need. It's an exciting purchase that will stay with you for years. Thank you for watching this video.